What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Barber Block AZ. At this episode, we got another fantastic guest. Man, this is going to be a fire episode. So I know him as Kool-Aid. Some people know him as Young Lade, and so I want to introduce him and help me welcome in Young Lade.
How y'all doing? What's up?
What's up, man? How you doing today?
Good, brother. Blessed.
All right. I appreciate you stopping by and gracing us with your presence today. And we're just going to jump right into it and feed off of each other's energy and get this thing rolling. So let's just talk about the obvious right now. Let's talk about the name. Kool-Aid, Young Lade.
Kool-Aid.
You know, how did that come about?
As a child, I've always had Kool-Aid. So, you know, my cousins and brother and friends, they call me Kool-Aid, you know. So I just ran with it. I've been Kool-Aid since at least 96, you know. Mm-hmm. So later on, you know, doing my thing, everybody's knowing my name. I started hearing that Kool-Aid is messing up my haircuts. Kool-Aid.
Uh-oh.
And I'm like, hold up, like who, you know? Mm-hmm. And people are like showing me pictures of these haircuts and these clients, and I'm like, that ain't me. I ain't never met that dude in my life. I don't know who that is, you know what I mean? So I'm starting to think like, man, who's putting dirt on my name? You know? And I had to like really think about it. And then I found out there's another barber named Kool-Aid. Matter of fact, there's two other barbers named Kool-Aid. There's another black dude, and then there's a white boy. I didn't know any of these dudes. I just know I've been going for Kool-Aid since my whole barber career, right? So I reached out to the white dude. Had a conversation with him like, look, bro, you're gonna have to change your name. That's already on me. It's tatted on me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and he's like, oh, I've been going as Kool-Aid my whole life, blah, blah, blah. You know, I get it. He's a big white dude, you know, and he showed me some stuff that why he was going by the name of Kool-Aid. And I'm like, I respect that. So, you know, we got into it a little bit, argument back and forth. And I was like, I ain't got the energy for it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and let them have that name. And I'm going to start something fresh because I get tired of people putting dirt on my name off of that. So I switched to Young Lade. And it made sense because I do music. You know, grown ass man being called Kool-Aid, I just think it was kind of
time for a change.
Yeah, let me switch it up, you know. And then I went to Young Lade, and I was kind of young. Now I'm old, so I might be changing my name to Old Lade in a couple of years. So,
so where are you originally from?
I am from Tacoma, Washington. Seattle, if y'all know where that's at, but I'm from Tacoma. So
yeah, and where did you go to barber school? Where did you get your license? Was it here in Arizona or was it in Washington?
I was born and raised in, you know, the beginning of my childhood in Tacoma, Washington, and I moved out here because we were homeless. My mom, my sister, my brother, and we bounced around a lot. We slept in a car. You know, I was homeless halfway through high school. We slept in the park, you know, and stuff like that. And I told myself that I didn't want that anymore. You know, I told mama like, look, I gotta do something. So I got a cousin that's a barber. I got uncles that are barbers. I got a lot of family that are barbers. Las Vegas being one of them. He went to Mr. Knox. So he went to Mr. Knox and he signed up for barber school. And he told me, hey, Lade, they got financial aid down here. And I was like, yeah. I said, you think they'll let me in? He's like, yeah, come on down. So I talked to Mr. Knox, and Mr. Knox like, yeah, man, I can get you in. So I waited 2 weeks. He got me into school. And I felt like I was doing something. Like, I felt real good. You know what I mean? Like, it was perfect, you know? So I like to cut hair. I was cutting hair at Job Corps. I was cutting hair in high school. I tried. I've cut my cousins and stuff like that. Like, I literally been cutting since, like, junior high. So it's not just, like, that I just want to wake up and be a barber. I've already knew how to cut. Just like Floss used to cut our hair when we were 13, 12, 13 years old. He was doing Nike signs, Jordan signs. Like, he used to be really talented. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying used to. He's probably still is, but I haven't talked to him for a while. But that's another thing. But so I went to barber school. It was hard for me to get back and forth to school. Not having a vehicle. I had problems with the law a lot. So I was in and out of jail, and it was hard for me to finish barber school. So I had to try my hardest. Like I begged people for rides. I got there how I had to get there. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it took me a year. I think it was about 14 months to graduate. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's supposed to be 9 months if you're there every day. So it took me a lot longer than most people because, like I said, I was in and out of jail. I was doing wrong, which I should have been trying to do right. You know what I'm saying? And focused on that. But it's hard when you got to do stuff what you got to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? And have money. So
how old were you at this point when you were going through that, going through the barber school?
I had to been 24 years old.
Okay. Yeah.
So I went to Job Corps. I did, like I said, I got my high school diploma at Job Corps at 21. After that, I was working pharmaceutical jobs, and I try to work, but it's hard for me to be around a lot of people, especially folks that look at us differently. So I'm a type of person that will give my shirt to you. I will give my shirt off my back to you because I know where I came from. You know what I mean? So I understand the struggle. And when somebody's making it hard for you to go to work, it kind of, and you don't know what's going through someone's mind. You know what I'm saying? So you might be at work ready to just 0 to 100 somebody, or you're a ticking time bomb, and someone just keeps this nagging at you. You know what I'm saying? And they don't understand that everybody's life isn't perfect. Sometimes people need to talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I chose this profession, because you could stop a lot of people from hurting themselves, hurting others. You could stop people from committing felonies and committing I can't even think. Lost.
It's all good. So just being there as a mentor for the person whoever that is sitting in your chair.
Exactly.
I want to go back a little bit to you said you were moving from Washington to Arizona. You guys were homeless. So you and your mother and your siblings.
Yeah, we lived in Project Tacoma, Washington. She did what she had to do. If it had to been selling drugs or pimping or whatever she went through, to take care of us. So we moved away from all that stuff, the gang activities, the violence, the shootings. If anybody knows where I'm from, they will understand what I'm talking about. Because in the 90s, it was bad. It was like Compton.
In
it was
Tacoma.
bad. Yeah, it was bad. Hilltop, and it was really bad.
What do you think caused your family to be homeless? What was there something that major that happened, or what was it?
It was more so my mom trying to change her life because all she knew was to hustle. If it was slinging drugs or whatever it was, she had to provide for 3 kids by herself. Shout out to my mom, by the way. But, I love her for whatever she did for us. And, she made sure we had clothes on our backs and food. That's all that mattered. So we moved out here with nothing. So she had to go find a job, a regular job. You going from, making a lot of money fast to slow. It's kind of hard to get on your feet, especially when you're used to that lifestyle, So, she actually got a job at like Snyder Pretzels or something like that. It was like a decent job. It paid for our living situation after that. And it was just like, I wanted to help. So I had to figure out what I was going to do to help. And I know I'm good at everything I touch. I put 110% in everything. It doesn't matter what it was. Like, I was really good at sports, but I couldn't play because I didn't have money to play. It got so bad. I was so good at football, actually. And no cap, you can ask anybody who really knows me. I was really good at football, and the coach actually wanted to adopt me because he seen the future that I had. Like, I might not look like it now, but in its time, I was actually a really, really, really good athlete, you know, and he wanted to take me under, and my mom was like, nah, hell no. So,
why do you think she said no? It was that.
I mean,
how did? Well, yeah, but how did you feel? What did you want? Did you want to go with the coach, and did you see yourself having a future career as an athlete, or were you like, you know, I'm going to be loyal to my mother?
I mean, I was really, really good, and something told me I wanted to go, but then something told me that I can't go. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't right. You know, especially like not having like a dad in my life at the time. You know, I looked at him like a father figure, kind of. You know, like he was just showing me everything. You know that my dad missed out on. So that was that.
Yeah. And so did you just stop playing sports altogether just because of the financial situation, or were you kind of in and out, or what was happening?
I stopped playing football, and I picked up a basketball, and I got really good at basketball to a point where I actually went on tour with And One in 2002.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I made it inside the arena 3 times in a row.
Nice.
I went by Kodak Moment. Like I said, anybody who knows me, that knows that I played basketball, would tell you that I was like little baby AI. No cap. I could play.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just sports. You know, after school, I didn't go nowhere because I actually went to Coronado. It's funny. I went to Coronado High School. I played on the basketball team. The coach sat me out for throwing a behind the back pass. Dude caught it and scored. Told me it was channel 12 to sit my ass down on the bench.
Wow.
I didn't get to play for 2 games, so I quit. My mom moved me to Agua Fria. We bought our first house in Avondale at the Wildflower Ranch out there. Sorry, Wildflower Ranch out there on Van Buren and Pebble Creek exit. I went to Agua Fria 2002. Started point guard. Played against Ryan Holmes. I think dude's name is Andre something. I don't know. He was a 5-star recruit from Millennium High School when the Millennium first opened. This kid was amazing, talented, big. He looked like a 30-year-old playing against us, you know, and it's just like the coach said, man, do you.
Yeah.
Do what you do.
Yeah.
At that time, And One was real big. So me and a bunch of these basketball players was actually like, we liked And One. It's like all of us was like, we had basketball at lunch. We were shaking each other up at lunch. Like, it was a big thing at the time. It was like, dang, that guy got handled, so we're over here, boom, like shaking each other up at lunch. It was a big thing. So I remember his homecoming. We played Coronado. Coach seen me. He was devastated. Coach said, get him.
Retribution, huh?
Hey,
vindication.
Hey, coach said, get him. So I got him. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about embarrassed. I embarrassed them.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're very talented. You were excelled at football, excelled at basketball, and but whatever your outside challenges were, sort of help interfering or keeping you from proceeding on to the next level.
Yeah.
So while you were in high school, at what point, you said, okay, I'm going to go to barber school. You went to barber school. You went to the Knox barber school. You had some things happen in that 2 years, or well, it was
I went to like
14 months.
Yeah, about 14 months.
So what were those sort of things that you were getting in trouble for, or outside of having the transportation issues that kept you from going to school?
I had a bunch of just like little bench warrants and stuff like that from driving on suspended license back prior. I've had assault stuff that's got dropped, but I did have to go to court for that. There's a bunch of stuff, fighting and just little random stuff here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get all the way into it, but just random stuff, you know. And it was just trying to stay out of trouble. But the neighborhood where I was staying, it wasn't really the best neighborhood either. So you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess.
So what did you feel that people were against you? Like, did you feel that you had a challenge, like you just had to continue to fight through whatever it is you were going through to get to what you really wanted to do?
I mean, I feel like people are against me all the time, Lamar. So I just have to look past it and realize that I'm on this earth for something. God just haven't told me what. So I said, let me just do this. You know what I mean? At the time, I was with my son's mother, and she had a daughter. She was 2 years old. I was taking care of her. And while I was going to barber school, she was working at Toys R Us, making really nothing. So she took care of us while I was in school. So when I got out of barber school, I flipped the script, and I took care of her and her kids, or her kid, sorry, while she was going to nursing school. She's a nurse now.
Are you all still together? Or?
No, we're not together. We're separated.
Separated, okay. So she's in nursing school. You were holding it down. You flipped the roles. And so that was a partnership at that time.
Yes.
That worked out to help benefit both of you all to get to your next point of your career. And so once you finished barber school, what was the first shop you went to?
This is my favorite part.
What happened?
So, but before the barber school, can we go back?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Okay. So, before barber school, I started my own little detail business. I was trying to, it wasn't all the way sturdy, but I was doing a few cars a week, and my clientele was up there. I had Claude Lemieux. I had Wayne Gretzky. I've had some of the owners of Walmart. I've had a few good top clientele. I even had Studmeyer when he first came to the Suns. So I was doing my thing. And before this barber and stuff, I was washing and detailing cars. I had my own little detailing business I was doing, and I thought it was cool. I was making a lot of money. I had Claude Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, had a couple of the Walmarts. I was detailing some high end people, and I had a business partner. He actually, his name's Jason. We used to go to Claude Lemieux's house, and we had to get our cars ready for Barrett Jackson and stuff like that, and it got to a point where we were hanging up his Christmas tree, taking his lights down, taking his kids to hockey practice, just so much, to a point. It was cool, man. He was paying us $100 to dust his cars off. Like it literally took us 10 minutes to dust his cars off. He was giving us $100 a car, and I guess one day Mr. Jason touched one of his kids, like play fighting with him. Not touched, but fighting with his kids, playing around, and I guess he might have roughed him a little bit too hard, and he was crying. So he went to his dad and told him, and he fired us.
Oh wow! Yeah.
I was mad. I was mad. So after that, we just stopped. We just stopped doing that. So I was peso. Peso. Danielson.
Okay, yeah.
So Peso, the unfadable Blade Brown. He was my barber, y'all. Shout out to Peso. Shout out to Peso. He was my barber. I remember going to him when he was on Gilbert Road in the 60. I think it was called the Barber Shop, or I forgot what the name of it was. He had a black Maxima. I told him, hey, we can make this Maxima look nice, man. I can detail it for you. I'll sand your headlights down. I'll get your wheels painted. I'll paint them for you black if you want them. Da da da. So I did that, and he let me, and that's how we get in real good. Because he stopped messing with me after that. He started messing with me. So, like I said, he used to cut my hair, and I always had questions like, man, like, do you make good money cutting hair? Because I know how to cut a little bit, and I was wondering, like, he's like, man, it's good, man. You should go to school. I'm like, yeah, maybe I will, So after that, something happened where he stopped working there. He moved somewhere a little further, and I started going to Damien at Feels Good Barbershop. Shout out to Damien. So Damien used to cut my hair as well, and I used to ask him, like, hey, is it worth being a barber? He's like, yeah, of course it is. Of course. I said, well, like, what's the benefits of it? He said, you make your own hours. You can wear what you want, come to work when you want to, and dress how you want. Like I said, like, you get to talk to people. You make fast money, and you can claim your taxes, whatever you want to claim. And I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, So then I was like, well, Damien. Well, no, I talked to his daddy. I don't know if that was his dad. Feels good. I said, hey, if I get my barber license, would you hire me? He's like, yeah. Right? So I'm like, cool. So I go to barber school, and I get out. I finish. Hit him up. Hey, I got my license. We ain't hiring right now. He did me like that. Damn, I still love you, man, but damn. So I was like, man, it's all good. I'll figure it out. So I used to go with my daddy or my stepdaddy to Uncle Jed's barbershop. Remember that? Uncle Jed's? Okay, so Uncle Jed's, the owner of Uncle Jed's used to cut my daddy's hair. And I used to talk to him all the time. And he didn't think I was good enough at the time, which he never really seen my cuts. But you know how it is, man. You got a new guy. You don't want the new guy. You want the OG. You don't want the OG in the shop.
Right.
We got to stop doing that too, by the way. We got to teach these young ones. So anyways, he ended up selling the shop to, what's his name? Marquise.
Yep.
He sold the shop to Marquise. Shout out to Marquise. Uncle Jed's barbershop. Marquise hired me. Why? I don't know. Gave me a shot though. Marquise used to cut my hair when I went to the shop with my daddy. So that's who I messed with when I got my hair cut. So Marquise was cutting my hair, and like I said, he hired me. I was down there working, building a little clientele. Sitting there sweeping for people. At the time, Fats the barber was there, and Marquise, and I think Marquise's twin brother was there at the time. I started realizing, I started building a little bit of clientele. I was out there hustling my ass off. I was passing cards out. I was networking. I was just. It's hard, starting back then. Now these guys they're ungrateful and lazy. So. It was foot traffic for me.
Right.
It was the feet for me.
Okay.
So I got busy. I started making a little clientele. And I started realizing that some of my clientele wasn't coming back as much. And, no disrespect to Marquise. I love him like a brother, uncle, whatever you want to call it. But he was taking some of my clientele when I wasn't there, and I didn't know. And one time I came in and one of my clients was in his chair. And I was like, dang, that's how you feel? Like, you've been cutting hair 10 years longer than me. I'm trying to build my clientele up, and I feel like you're stepping on my feet. You know, in my mind, I'm like, damn, do I really want to be here? Like, what's this? You know what I mean? They didn't tell me about this part. I know my. Oops. Nigga, I know my. You want to pause? So,
All right, how was this up?
oh. Yeah, man. So, you know, I go into the barbershop in the morning, and I see one of my clients in his chair. And I was like, dang, gotta cut my client. You know, like, instead of saying, hey, you know, Kool-Aid's running a little bit late, or hey, you know, give him a call. That's what you're supposed to do, you know, and it wasn't that. So I felt like it was kind of like a slap in my face. So I decided to relocate. I went down to 16th Street in Roosevelt, Shane's Barbershop. Remember Shane's? Shane's crazy ass. So anyways, they're not Russian. They're not, they're Kazakhstan. How you say it?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstanians.
Yeah.
Kazakhstanians. Anyways, I used to look at Shane like the mob. You know, dude driving a big boy G-Wagon, stuff like that, right? I'm pulling up in a little Honda Civic, you know, with the little VTEC motor in it and shit, thinking I'm doing something. You know, asked him, hey, you guys hiring? He kind of looked me up and down, was like, can you cut? I said, I could show you better than I could tell you.
Right.
He's all right there. Here's your chair. Show me. Client got in the chair. I cut him up. And dude was like, damn, this the best haircut I had. They seen it. They looked like, dang, you know? So he's like, you're hired. So now the next day I start and I'm cutting hair. I'm thinking I'm the dude, you know, and I'm looking around and I'm looking at this dad. He has a barber named Chino. It's like his brother. Chino, shout out to Chino. Chino, he is cutting like a damn robot. When I tell you he cuts fast, Chino was cutting 4 heads to my one. And note, we are cutting commission. So the more you cut, the more money you make.
Right.
I'm cutting like every 40 minutes, every hour, something like that. Every hour, I was slow at the time. I wasn't using the right clippers, the right whatever. So I'm looking up, and I'm looking at Chino like, damn, what you got on your clippers? What clippers you using? You know what I'm saying? So I got done with my client, and I went over to him and said, hey, Chino, how? He starts laughing at me. He's like, what do you mean? And he's cutting. Like, he's just like, I'm talking about he's cutting, bro. I'm like, man, what? He's talking to me like, yeah. You know, he's doing it. He ain't even looking at the cut. And I'm like, damn, this dude, like, here's a robot. So I said, can you please show me this? I was humbled enough to get to say, hey, can you show me this?
Yeah.
He said, well, what clippers you use? Showed him my clippers. He started laughing. Niggas like, dude, that need to go. You need to get this. It wasn't a what's that clipper? That rotary motor clipper.
The Oster, the 76?
Yeah, the 76er. So it wasn't a 76er. It was a more of, you know, it was a Andes. It was maroon. No, maybe it was Oster's, but it was a smaller one. It wasn't no loud. It was a regular one. So he's like, you need to buy this clipper, Kool-Aid. I was like, cool, I'll go do it. He said, don't worry about the blades. I got plenty. That boy had a whole drawer full of blades that he just threw. Like, you know what I mean? He cut so many heads. He's like, you just got to get them resharpened. You can have these. So he gave me a whole set of, he's like, you need this, and that. So anybody who knows me, that is anybody who's a barber who's came to me or worked for me or been in the same like barbershop or anything, you've seen my clipper set up. Everyone asked about the T84 blade. It's a dog blade.
Yeah.
And I've had this blade the whole time, my whole barber career, after I start working for them. they're like, where do you get this blade? What's this for? It just covers more, makes your haircuts faster.
Yeah.
And people are just like, damn, dude, like, where do you get this at? You know, and I think they stopped selling it. I'm not sure, but that is the GOAT. T84. You guys get y'all T84 blade. Cheat code. So it went from him cutting 4 heads to 2 heads more than me, right? Mm-hmm. No, I was a better barber than him. I'm not going to say that, but I was a better barber than him, but he was faster. But his haircuts were clean. I just took a long time to get there, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And on top of that, I was already doing designs. They didn't do designs. Mm-hmm. So that's what Kool-Aid came in. I was the man that they were coming for design. So their clients didn't realize that they didn't do design. So when they start seeing that I did designs, I start getting clientele off of that alone. So the designs really helped me. You know what I'm saying? So I learned speed. I figured it out. Mm-hmm. Now I'm starting to get. I'm right with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're 4 to my 4.
Man, listen, we was getting so much money. It was crazy. I swear I was selling drugs. Nigga, I had so much money. And he was like, hey, Kool-Aid, now that you're making money, you need to get rid of that little girl car. I was like, what are you talking about? That little Civic out there. I said, man, this Civic will run circles around your BMW. What you talking about? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So Shane was like, man, you guys go race and see. Dude, BMW blew the doors off my Civic.
This episode is brought to you by Leonetti's Barber Supply. We've been in the barber supply business since 1968, helping barbers deliver their best haircuts. We're located at 1633 East McDowell Road, Phoenix, Arizona, 85006. We've got everything you need. We've got your clippers, we've got your trimmers, we've got your disinfectants, everything you need to help you deliver your best haircut. Now let's get back to this episode.
Right? He was laughing. He still talks about that shit today too. But I got something for him though. But he still talks about that today. If you ask him, it's funny.
Yeah.
So I ended up selling that Civic, man, and getting my first Mercedes Benz.
Wow. Yeah.
And I really felt like
stepping the game up.
I felt like somebody for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyways, after that shop, I was feeling myself. So I checked out Barbershop 103. Are you familiar with that shop?
No, I'm not familiar with that one.
You're familiar with Barbershop 110?
110, yes.
Okay. So history on that. Dante, Barbershop 110. It used to be 103 before 110. Peso opened the shop up with Dante. He was his business partner. First barbershop in Arizona to have merchant clothes, shoes, swag, New York swag on the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect that man for that, man. Dante's been in business for 12 years and finally shut it down about 4 months ago. 103, it was a vibe. There was only 3 chairs in there. It was cool, man. Peso was teaching the class. He was actually one of the first ones to cut the clipper into a skeleton. How they're doing the skeleton. Yeah. Peso was doing a design class, and he was cutting the clipper for people. This is almost 20 years. This is almost 20 years from now.
Yeah.
He was doing this. It was like 15. It was like 15 years ago. He was doing this. Mm-hmm. So another thing he came out with was everybody was wearing the I used to think it was kind of feminine, but he was wearing the apron. No one's wearing apron. It was an issue, you know what I mean? So I got used to wearing apron because of him. But the apron, it just looked so much better, you know? And now no one wears the regular traditional barber smock. They wear an apron.
Aprons,
and I get it, you know? But it was weird, man. He changed a lot. He set a lot of ways for this barber industry. He actually had one of the first barber battles. Mm-hmm. Pace was a character, man. I don't know if you guys got him on here yet, but he definitely got to reach out, man.
Right.
Daniel.
Yeah.
So, anyways, 103, the 110 building actually opened up. So we moved to 110. That was the corner.
So they were in the same complex, okay.
It's about 4 doors down.
Yeah.
It was 110, and then 103 was here. So we moved over there. We worked there for a while. Well, I did. They ended up firing me. One of Peso's clients, Zeke, he's the owner of Prime Cut and Sew, one of them. Me and him got into it. It's Peso's client. You know, we was playing. It was over a stupid beer pong game. I don't know what it was. You know, he called me out of my name, and I reacted the way I should have. It could have been worse, but you know, what's done is done, and we moved on from that. And I ended up going. Where'd I go? I think I moved. I moved to Seattle. I moved back to Seattle.
Back to Seattle.
I took my skills and moved back to Seattle. So
how long were you in Seattle for?
I was out there from 2000 to when was the Super Bowl? The first Seahawks Super Bowl. It was rather 2008 or 2012.
Okay.
So I was out there, whatever, rather it was 2008 to 2000. No, it was 2012. So I was out there from 2012 to 2014, and I was cutting on Seahawks players. I was actually one of their barbers. I was going to the facility every week, and you know I had a pass. I go in there, buzz in, go in there. I feel like somebody. You know, I've been doing this, so it really wasn't a big deal to me. I don't get starstruck. I don't really care about that. You know, I look at all my clients like they're celebrities and they're ball players and stuff like that, because you got to respect people who have these normal drives and normal jobs that hustle. You know, they might not have millions of dollars, but they still come here and they still give you that money the same way. I don't charge athletes more. I don't care, but I'm going to treat you just like the rest of my clients. All my clients are celebrities to me. There's nobody better than anybody. I don't care how you get your money. You could be a scammer. You can be a drug dealer. You could be a pimp. You could be a ball player. It doesn't matter how you get your money. The price is what it is. So I'm not going to charge you no more extra. I don't care about clout. I don't care about none of the extras. You know what I'm saying? Just give me my money just like I work for my money. That's just what it is.
Right.
You know? So that's just what it was. So I'm out there. I worked at a barbershop named Chop It Up Barbershop. They have over 11 or 12 shops now. At the time, they had 5.
Okay.
He gave me an opportunity. I worked for him, and it was nice, man. It was nice I learned a lot from him. He actually ran his shop so different. And if black folks, I can't even say just black folks, just barbers in general, if they ran the shop the way he ran it, there would be so many successful barbershops. Because
what was it that made him stand apart from everybody else? What do you think it was, or that the way he ran it?
He had a 5-star scale. 5-star rating scale, and each barber, you're gonna know exactly what that barber's been through. The 1 stars for like cleanness, customer service, skill, and what's it called, attendance, and the other one was like how long they've been at the actual shop. So you go into this man's shop and you look on top of all the barbers, and there's a star rating, and he has a sign that shows what these stars stand for. It's a big old sign right there. You'll know exactly how to pick your barber, because you're looking at these stars on top of these barber stations. So you might look over here and this guy might have 3 stars. And you're going to see exactly what 3 stars mean. Then you're going to see this dude over here, he got the 5 stars. Like, man, I'm going to go with him. This dude's clean. Everything that says right there, this man is him. So it's going to make you want to be a 5-star barber.
Step your game up.
You want more clientele?
Yeah.
Get your ratings up. And you get rated every 4 months.
Wow. By the owner.
Yeah. And they have meetings every 3 months to talk about stuff, and everybody had chores. That's a big thing. These barbers are really dirty, filthy. They don't clean up after themselves. They don't clean their clippers. They don't clean the bathroom. I'm like, dude, everything in this shop reflects on us. It makes us look bad. You got a clean bathroom. It's like your house, man. You got a dirty ass bathroom. Nobody wants to go use the restroom in your bathroom. You got a clean bathroom. You're going to feel at home.
Right.
So they don't, it just showed everything like what the 5-star barber meant. You know what I'm saying?
And when you first got there, what did they rate you?
I started at 2.
Out of 2.
I ended up being, I was 4 stars at the time. I got to about 4 stars and I ended up leaving that shop. I feel like it wasn't for me. Just because, you know, you go into the shop, the vibe's cool, but you're always going to have some clowns, you know, that work at some shops and make you feel uncomfortable every time you came in. There was this one barber that I didn't really like. And every time I came in, he acknowledged me. Oh, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Look at this. Look. You know what I mean? Like, it's every time. And it got to a point, I'm like, bruh, like, what is your issue? You know what I'm saying?
What do you think it was about you that made him single you out?
I had a Mercedes. I was young. I cut better than him. I dressed better than him. I looked better than him. I carried myself better than him. And I knew how to do designs. Like, there was nothing I couldn't do. He struggled on white folks' hair. I pulled the scissors out. You know?
So you think it was some jealousy, some envy?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. So, anyways, enough about that. So, how he runs his shop, man, his investments are inside. You know what I'm saying? So, I be like this, and I try to tell people like that too. Like, man, you don't have to own your own shop, bro. You can have a team. It takes a teamwork to make the dream work. All these cats that own shit have business partners, man. No one's doing nothing on themselves. I'm telling you, they got business partners, man. If it's a silent investor, somebody has a business partner. You know what I'm saying? So the way he ran his business, and it just makes sense. I'd be like, okay, you've been here for 2 years. You show me leadership. You show me you want to be here. You clean up after yourself. You don't let no bullshit fly in the barbershop. You step up. If I tell you something and you're going to tell this person, hey, man, don't do that. That's not right. You know what I mean? Or if a fight break out, you're like, hey, man, not up in here. Or, hey, man, we're not doing that over here. And you show me that you have leadership. I said, look, Mar, I'm going to open up another barbershop. I want you to go in with me. You could be a partial owner. How much is it going to cost? Well, it's going to cost me $30,000. I don't know how much you have to offer. Have you been saving for it? You're like, hey, man, I got about $5,000. Okay, cool. I'm going to give you $5,000 worth of a percentage of the shop.
Right.
Now, you are a barbershop owner. You know what I'm saying? I'm a barbershop owner. I own the first one. Me and you own this one. Right?
Right.
You got a small percentage.
Right.
It's better than nothing. Right?
Right.
I said, cool. Hey, Lamar, you already know how we get down. You already know the way we run business here. I want you to take over this one. I want you to work at this one while I'm still here at this one. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, cool. You're doing your thing. We got all the barber chairs filled, whatnot. Okay, 2 years go by. Hey, Lamar, you want to get another one? Yeah. I got 10 this time. Bet. Now, you got a percentage of this one, and you have a percentage of this one. A larger percentage, right? And we're thinking retirement. And this is for the rest of your life. As long as we have them, you're going to get paid.
Right.
So I own this one and this one and this one. You own this one and this one. We're both owners. You can say, oh, I own Chop It Up. And go, I own whatever you want to call the shop. I own this, I own that. You own this one and own this one, right? And we ask somebody else at the barbershop if they want to invest. They might say, hey, man, I got $2,000 or $3,000. You're going to get $2,000, $3,000 worth of percentage of the next thing. So we're all owners.
Right.
So we're not going to let shit slide. You're not going to disrespect me. None of these barbers that we just hired are going to disrespect me. I'm like, hey, man, chill out, bro. That's not what we're doing here. You're gonna have my back just like I have your back. So,
Right.
And like I said, they have a meeting every Wednesday, and they talk about what's going on in the shop. Hey, how do you think he's doing? Do you think he's gonna work out?
The owners.
And if I asked you, hey, what do you think about this guy? You're like, man, I don't know. He's lazy and this and that. He's cussing in front of the kids. He's doing this, doing that. I'm like, yeah, you're right, man. You know, we're gonna have to let this guy go. So we have a word. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we go in there. Hey, man, we're gonna have to let you go, bro. It's off of my respecting what you're saying. You're respecting what I'm saying. There's no drama. And you're not looking at me like, man, Kool-Aid's making all this damn money, bro. Like, no, you're an owner. You own this shop, and can you own this money in this shop? So it's how much you put in is how much you're gonna get back.
Get out. Yep.
So why would you want to go over here and go buy your own shop?
Right.
For what?
Well, you're gonna need a partner anyway.
You're a business owner working with me in the shop, bro. It's like it's family. It ain't. It's not money anymore. It's like we all eating.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? We can eat more and we keep opening up more shops. So that's how we get our money. So that's how he did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I brought that up, because that man is a genius. Mm-hmm. And it just makes sense, because everybody out here, oh man, I'm going to open up my own shop, man. I'm going to get a barber shop. I'm going to get my own shop. Start hating, acting weird, acting fake, you know, and there's a lot of snakes in this industry, you know, and we got to stay out the way of that. So people will do that, man. They start turning all your barbers against you and stuff like that, you know. So I figured this is a way where everybody can eat with no hatred, because we have a problem hating on each other, and it's not good. So that's why I brought that up. So
fast forward to you coming back to Arizona. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that was around 2014, 2015. What happened there? Where did you settle when you came back?
I came back to Arizona, and
why did you come back to Arizona?
I was homesick. Not homesick because Seattle's home, but my mom, my sister, my brother, they were all out here. My friends. I just feel like everything was just so the same back home. So I said, let me move back to Arizona, and plus I was making a lot of money out here, so I moved back. And I start working at Barcelona's barbershop. Remember Barcelona?
Yes.
So, man, I went to Barcelona's barbershop inside Fiesta Mall, and I was killing them.
Yeah.
I was killing them. Like, I literally was cutting 35 heads a day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, I was making so much money. It was crazy.
There's a lot of foot traffic in that mall.
That's when I started making a lot of noise, and people start hating on me bad. Yeah. It was bad. It was bad, Lamar.
Well, what do you think was it that outside of you growing your clientele, you're making money, you're riding a nice car, what do you think it is that why people were having an issue with you in this industry?
I feel like it was the speed, how fast I produced, how fast I reached my goals, how fast when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. A lot of people talk. Kool-Aid don't talk. Kool-Aid let the shit talk for it. You know what I'm saying? So if I tell you I'm going to go buy a Bentley, nigga, there's going to be a Bentley out front. I promise you. So everything that, I manifest a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't like to hear no for an answer. So if you tell me I can't do it, I'm going to figure out how to do it. So a lot of people see how fast I move in this industry, and they get jealous of that. Man, this nigga, man, like, yeah, I hear it all the time. Like, I have cameras. I've heard it from barbers that work for me. Like, who's this guy think he is? I don't know. Just like little, like, you got to stop, man. So,
do you think there was anything that you contributed to them feeling that way about you, or other than just them seeing your success, was there any, ego issues or anything like that?
I mean, or what do you think? I do have a big ego, but, I'm a Sagittarius, so I bump heads with a lot of people anyways, so I just know that I'm better than I was when I was younger. And the older I get, the more wiser I get. So I feel like people hate on me, and it charges me up. When they hate on me, it's feeding me. It's feeding me more hunger. Like, I just, You tell me, like, if I hear something like, oh, Kool-Aid's this, Kool-Aid's that, he ain't got this, he ain't got that, I'll put it out there in the universe like, I do got that. Mm-hmm. You don't like to see that I got that. That's why you see me posting all the time on shit that I'm doing, because I want my haters to see what I'm doing. Mm. I've not fell off. I'm not going to fall off. And I have so much. I got so much more. So much more. I set my 5-year goals, and I crush them early. Yeah. So you guys got to stop hating, man. For real. Stop hating, because I'm not going nowhere. I've taught a lot of barbers. I've taught cosmetology women. I taught people so much game on this barber industry, and some of them aren't humble enough to let it be known that I've taught them something. They just take my skills. They take everything that I showed them and run with it, and then go talk shit about me to another barbershop like I did something wrong. I have no control over what you do in your chair. I just control what's in my chair. I make sure my people, I got people I've been coming for 15 years. I make sure my people's good. Like, you want me to do your work? I can give you the bat, nigga. I'm not finna hit for you. So you want me to do your work? You gonna have to pay me. You know, because I've showed so much love, Lamar. I've been charging people. The first barbershop that I owned, remember the one on Scottsdale Road? Yeah. I was only charging the booth rent like $150 a week. Mm-hmm. The new shop that I had at that apartment at Tom Scott's, I was charging $140. Even less. Like, are you fucking serious, bro? $140? $140. I have never spent or paid $140 a chair. You know, my shit is player. Like, my stuff is laid out, man. Like, I done had, you seen the shop. Yeah. It wasn't no normal shop. It was like, it was home. Right. Big screen, 80-inch TVs on the walls, flat screens. I got every games, whatever you needed. You needed food at the fridge, you can go get that. If you needed alcohol, it was over there. If you needed your nails done, we had a salon girl. We had a vintage clothing stores in that room. Man, it was just home, bro. We had animals. It was just cool. You know, it was a cool place to be. You know, it was a vibe. So I didn't have that. I paid $250 for a chair, $200. You know what I'm saying? $225. Mm-hmm. It wasn't about the money. I didn't need your money. Right. So don't ever get it twisted. I didn't need your money. Never needed your money. I have money. So I just feel like they lazy, man. Like there's so much. Like, if I would have charged commission, like a lot of these barbershops, shout out if you do commission, because that's hard. I don't understand how you can keep barbers, especially good barbers, with commission. I don't understand. That's the part that I fail. Mm-hmm. I just don't understand how it works, because I would never work for commission again. Right. So I charge $140, and they want me to go pay to promote them. At the same time, you're telling me that I don't work for you, Kool-Aid. I work for myself. I just rent a chair from you. Oh, okay. Right.
So you need to be completely independent, self-employed.
So I'm in this other room doing my thing. Nigga, what you guys got going on is what you guys got going on. Don't blame it on me. Like, oh, the shop is slow. No, my shop's not slow. You're slow. I'm not slow. You're slow. Right. What's wrong with you? Because if I can do it, if I'm slow, I'll go outside and go pass a card out. I'll go around the corner and go eat and be like, hey man, give, you know what I mean, where's the GM at? Hey, if you come by, I'll give you a free haircut. You know, that sometimes it takes free to gain. So I've done that multiple times, you know, and they get mad because I'm busy. I'm cutting 25 heads a day and they ain't cutting nothing. So they feel like I'm selfish or I only think about myself. It's not. It's not. And at the end of the day, even if I was, it's me at the end of the day. You leave my shop, I'm still here. I'm still Kool-Aid. You know, you could mess somebody's haircut up underneath the cut lounge and move. And guess what? That same haircut that you did is the cut lounge. I'm the cut lounge. You know what I'm saying? So, the they don't understand that, you know, and people won't understand that until they start owning their own barbershop. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
So what advice would you have? I mean, you've given a lot, you know, from your experience. Told us a lot today. So what advice would you have for these young barbers coming up in the game? What would be like your one solid piece of advice for them?
I'm gonna tell them like I was told: be the first one in the shop and be the last one to leave.
Mm.
Don't worry about what anybody else is doing in this industry. Do what you do, because at the end of the day, it's only going to be you. So if everybody else ain't sweeping inside the barbershop, don't worry about that, man. Do what you're going to do, because when you're sweeping and their clients are watching you sweep all the time, oh, you messed me up. It started.
You good? Just keep going.
Okay, so I said, so you know, sweep, man, sweep and greet all the clients, because when you greet these clients and you're sweeping, the clients are seeing that you're clean. So just clean up, because the clients are watching you the whole time. You know what I'm saying? They're watching you. And make sure you know their names. You know, make sure you pay attention to the names. Like you might see one of the homies cutting someone's hair, but hey, what up, man? Hey, you got some nice kicks. You talk to him, because when this barber's not there next time, guess who he's gonna talk to? He's gonna talk to you. So make sure you guys greet every customer that comes in, man. Dress nice. Like I said, be there ready to work, because a dude might be behind and he's like, hey, man, you got time, man? These guys are a little behind. I got a plane to catch. He's going to go to you because you talk to him. So that's just a word of advice, man. Like I said, and don't ever downplay another barber. Don't ever mention another barber and he messed up the hair. He did this. Like, don't point fingers, man. Just do your job and let your work speak for you, because you don't have to tell somebody that you're a better barber than this person. Let your work speak. Your clients are going to speak for you. So that's what I have to say, man. Stop hating on people. Show love. And that's it, man. Keep grinding. Get you an LLC. First off, get you an LLC. Make sure you open up a bank account. Get your EIN number and all that stuff. Have that prepared, man, because they're giving out all type of PPP loans and stuff like that. A lot of you barbers missed out on that. So, word of advice, man.
Get straight. Get legit.
Get legit, bro. For real. And create. And I got one more thing to say. I've been away for a while. I haven't been posting too much, like barber stuff, but I do have a surprise. I have my own clipper brand coming out.
Oh, wow. Really?
I'm working on it. It's amazing too. It's crazy.
This is an exclusive.
Man, exclusive. Man, I'm gonna show you too when we get out.
Okay.
I actually have my own shoe brand. I have a first barber shoe.
Yeah.
And what I mean by this, it's the first barber shoe that's made for a barber from a barber. It's not just a Nike with a barber pole on it and saying it's a bar. No, this is an actual shoe made for us.
Functional
that's gonna
shoe.
Functional, exactly. Doctors approved shoe. So I've been working on this for the last 4 years. A lot of people know already, but it's going to be big. My brand's name is Clouds Footwear. So
Clouds Footwear.
Yes.
Okay. Man.
So this is gonna be big. I'm telling you right now. This is definitely gonna change and put us, on the map. So. Yes, shout out to all my Arizona barbers. I love y'all. Lamar, you the man.
Oh, man, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming through and, looking forward to seeing this Clipper brand and the shoes, man, and seeing how, that takes off for you. And I think that, one thing I appreciate about you is that you just going to do you, regardless of what people say, you're going to do you. You're going to put your head down, you're going to grind it out, and you're going to get to manifest whatever it is that you set out to do. So I can appreciate that about you. And so that is a great, testimony that regardless of what people say, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not. I am who I am. Kool-Aid is Kool-Aid. Young Lade is Young Lade.
Man.
Any last words you'd like to say? Anything that comes to your mind? You know, your music career, and you know, I know about the truck with the pole in the back.
You know, I'm gonna keep my toys, man. So they just gonna get more expensive later on. But like I said, man, just please stop hating on me. Like I don't mean no harm. I love everybody. I just want the respect that the respect that I deserve. I am a legend out here. I don't care who doesn't think so. And, you know, I've been told that I was one of the great ones from Pierre, you know, R.I.P.
Yes, sir.
He was a very big mentor to me. I came to him with all my questions, and he always had the answers for me. And I'm going to miss that guy for sure, because I talked to him probably 4 days before he passed, so it kind of fucked me up. But, yeah. Being a barber, just watching him and Damien battle it out, you know, at the barber show, the black barber shows, you know, that a lot of people don't know about, but they have black barber shows, urban barber shows, and I watched the papers, man, and Pierre is just doing his thing, you know, and at least I got a chance to beat him.
Yeah.
I got a chance to beat a lot of you guys' mentors, and ask them. Anybody who showed you how to cut hair, I guarantee I beat him in a barber battle. So, shout outs to Cuddies. Shout outs to Dwayne. Lefties. I love you like a brother, man. Who else? Arthur Knox. Another one.
Yes, sir.
So, you guys respect these guys, man. Stop hating. We might not be doing all this fruity color stuff and all that stuff all on the internet and get the painting and stuff, but we set the ways for you guys, and you guys are the new generation of barbers. You know, I'm old, so we're we're kind of, you know, fading. So I understand, but you got to stop picking on me, man. I love y'all, man.
And there you have it. Leave Kool-Aid alone. Young Lade. All right, man. We certainly appreciate you stopping by today, and we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for tuning in to this episode of the Barber Block Podcast. You know, we got real barbers, real people, real talk. You know, hopefully that you've been inspired, Kool-Aid, to share this story, and you've got, you know, some tidbits of education that you can take away. So we appreciate you tuning in for the day, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Barber Block. Peace.
Leave Kool-Aid alone.